Coronavirus! Hey everybody, happy Sunday. This is part 2 of how to make Chicago deep dish pizza. So if you watched yesterday's video, or if you're sometime in the future and you watched the first video, hopefully this video is tagged in the other one, you'll see how I initially made the dough and had that prepped, and we put that in the fridge. This morning when I woke up, I took the dough out and I put it in a bowl similar to this, covered it. I still have 2 doughs sitting in the oven on the bottom that we're going to use one of them during this video, and I'm going to show down the ingredients that we're going to be using today. Move it over. So we have our plum tomatoes, tomato paste, thicken it up, our cheese that I showed yesterday, the mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, some grated Parmesan that we're going to put on the top, some pepperoni. In the back, I've already prepped the sausage and some olive oil to oil the pan. So in the back, you see I've already done the sausage. I didn't think you guys needed me to show you how to make sausage, but I went ahead and did that, so to save some time. And I have a special surprise towards the end of this video. Let me kind of pop this up. Hey Javier, hey Kim. Okay, so quick message before I start from our sponsor. Engorgement of the venous plexus in the anal canal, this also known as hemorrhoids. This can result in discomfort, embarrassment, and be very painful. As a longtime sufferer, I too, oh my God. As a longtime sufferer, I too am, what? Oh, you didn't get them either. Dude, you got one job. I'll ask you. Alright, forget it. Okay, so, so what we'll do now is we're gonna roll out. Let's roll out. Actually, before I roll it out, let's go ahead and we'll prep the sauce while it's cooking. So basically, I'm gonna take. Let me point it down here. I'm gonna take 2. What shameful? 2. I'm gonna make 2 batches because I'm gonna make 2 more pizzas, right? And we're gonna thicken them up with there. So what we'll do. So the first pizza that I already put in the oven so I can show the finished product, I used Hunt's. And I'm starting to like Hunt's better than this just because it's more diced. But I'll show you how to prepare these. Maybe we can make this sauce a little bit more than I'm liking. So, what's up, Kevin? Let's wait. Okay, so let me let's do that before I take the dough out of the pans, and we'll just smash this up in here, and my can opener. So I've used these for a long time. They're a little bit more watery, so what I have to do is they're a little bit more work too than the diced tomatoes. What I have to do is I have to smash them and break them apart so they come out as plum tomatoes. But I really do think they taste better, but they're just a little bit more work. I like the consistency of the Hunt's diced tomato. So what we'll do is I'll just show you. Well, let's get this going pretty fast because I'm sure this is not very exciting to watch. You can ask questions if you had anything from yesterday that I covered with the dough prep. One thing I did make a mistake on yesterday was, so since I usually buy the yeast packets, which are pre-sized, and I had gone to 4 different stores to try to find them. 1 second. And I ended up only finding like a jar of it, and I second guessed myself. I had measured it right the first time, and I took some out, and then I didn't, and I still ended up doing like half the portion on the other 2 doughs, and then I realized it after, so I went ahead and made a 4th dough just in case they didn't rise. And I even questioned if I remembered when I was making the third dough after the video if I even put the yeast in it. So I went ahead and just made the fourth dough as a safety net in case these didn't rise. The first one rose, and I prepped it, and so I have that one going, so I can show you towards the end of the video. So what I'm going to do here is just I'm preparing the sauce for the pizza. I have 2 pizzas, and I'm just going to mash. I use this like tomato masher. There's probably a better way to do this. I've kind of stuck in my ways and been doing this for years, so I'll use my masher to just mash up the tomatoes here to get them all in the consistency. And then what we're going to do is we're going to boil this so we can boil off the excess water and make it thicker. And then depending on what's in here, like this, I usually add oregano to it because it doesn't have any oregano in there, just to give it a little bit more taste. The sauce that I used, the Hunt sauce from the other pizza, already had oregano in it, so but we'll add that once it starts cooking and boiling down the excess water, because it needs to be thick. If you don't do this and you put it like straight in, once you pull the pizza out of the oven, it'll be like runny, and then you'll have to wait for it to cool down. If you're impatient and you want to eat the pizza really fast, then you want to get this sauce as thick as possible, as thick consistency, so it doesn't run off the pizza or make the pizza like the water will like pool up at the top, and then you have to wait. So I think that's good enough. So we'll just scrape off the sides as it's cooking. I'm gonna set this over on the oven, and then we'll roll out the dough. So I also prepped. I made the sausage earlier, so that's what I used already, and we'll be putting pepperoni on it too. So remind me to check this. I was gonna boil over. So now I'm gonna show you how to roll out the dough. Okay. So there's Dean. What's up, Dean? So we'll get the dough out. Let me wipe out this area a little bit. So I don't think the other one. This one rose. The other one really didn't. Which led me to believe I forgot to add the yeast to the other one. So I'm glad I made a fourth dough. Okay, so now here's the hard part. Okay, let me make some room. So rolling this out, it can be kind of a pain in the ass, and it might take a couple times until you get it right. I mean, actually, I'm lying a lot of times. So I'm gonna use this new third pan I got. So what you're gonna want to do is get your pan. You're gonna want to put some olive oil in here to line it. I've already kind of a one that I did from the previous pan. So you're gonna want to line all this with olive oil, so keep the dough from sticking to it. Okay. And then set this aside. Then get your rolling pin. I have this one without handles. It's my wife's, I think it was her father's, and she has a lot of sentimental value to it, so I just used it instead of buying a new one. So you'll want to roll this out. And what I usually do is I'll roll it out, try to keep it circular and the dough even. Otherwise it's gonna bunch up once you get it in the pan. So I'll roll it out. Can you kind of see? I wonder if I should back up. Let me back this up a little bit. So you can see kind of what I'm doing here. It's a little bit better. Let me get that out of the way. I think it's better. Yeah, it's better. Okay, cool. So I'm rolling it out, and then you can kind of size. You can kind of size it. See if you got enough on the sides, and just do it a little bit more, because if you do get it in, sometimes the dough will pull back, and then you got to shape it. So here's how I do it. I'll place the pan like here. I'll start rolling it up on the pin, right like that. and then I'll kind of back off and kind of lay it in here, kind of like that. Now you'll know if you did a good job at making the dough is if your dough started falling apart at this point, or it started shrinking right away. So this one actually came out pretty good. I'm surprised. My previous one, the one that I have sitting on the side, I wasn't too impressed with that one. And when I made that one, I thought that was my best one. But this one's actually turning out pretty good. So basically, you don't want to. It's kind of like what you do with pie crust, right? Work the sides. So set up your wall, your border wall, right? And now, what you want to do now is this one's going to sit because you want it to rise again. So you're going to cover it with plastic wrap on the top, and then a couple towels. So let me kind of show you what this one rolls look like. So this one should be already done or rose enough. It is. So here, so because we're going to use this one to prep. So this is the one that I did. See, it kind of rose, but you're still going to have to reshape it after you get it out. But it rose a little bit. So what we're going to do now with this one, let me cover that one. We're going to butter this one, and then we're going to put all our ingredients in. Okay? So let me just reuse this, cover this, and then set it on the side. Okay, so now what we want to do, so remember the pan, I already used olive oil to line the pan. We want to melt some butter and then butter the dough before we put the rest of the stuff on. Hey Dora, why not just buy a pizza? Because we can't get good pizza down there. You could, if you live somewhere that there actually is good pizza. And that, like I said yesterday, I had it shipped from Chicago and it loses its taste. And now, after all, how many pizzas that? Probably made over 50. You know, it took me like till 12 till I could get it close, but now I've been just perfecting it over the years and then share with everyone, right? And then when you go out, you can compare, which is nice. So like there's a Geno's down here, but I think they chintz on the ingredients or something. It's just not the same. Javier can attest to that because he's had Geno's and he's also had my pizza. So. And I really wanted mine to taste just like Dino's, how I remembered it, you know. Maybe over the years they may have changed and gotten cheaper on their pizza, right? So, and plus, why not buy pizza? Once you learn this, then you enjoy making pizza, right? And then you can give it to your friends and your family. You can make a bunch of pizza, have a pizza party. Unless you don't like pizza, then just eat them all yourself. All right, so now that we buttered it, time for the cheese layer. This is the best part, right? So remember, only get fresh mozzarella or mozzarella, and you don't want to use that brick mozzarella because it's too salty. I start from the wall, work my way around. So cheese first, then your meat layer, then your sauce. Ooh, and then don't forget about mixing your sauce. So remember in the back we're making that sauce. We're heating this up. We're making the sauce. Keep an eye on that. Okay, so the cheese. What other questions you got? That's more than 16 ounces. On what? The cheese? Which one? All right. So remember, I buy 2 of these packs, so it comes out to 3 pizzas because I use about 1.5 per pizza, so I don't want to waste it. And then what I usually do, even though the cheese melts and is going to fill all the parts, I end up breaking it apart and having it fill the kind of the empty like valleys, right? So I'll take the ends, maybe put them in here, here, here. I might want to use one more. And I'll save the rest of the pizza for the last one. All right. Usually Erica does this. She worked last night. She's sleeping. So what do you think? You like it? Yes? Should I add more? I'm definitely down for trying yours. What are your 2 favorite toppings? I like sausage and pepperoni. And I like this Italian sausage that I break up. But you know I've always been doing that. You can pretty much try anything that you can experiment. Erica likes putting ricotta cheese on it too on the top. So let's do it. Let's go to sausage next. You guys okay with the cheese? Yes. So sprinkle the sausage around. Get good. I don't like I never liked the big sausage like patty on the pizza. It just, I don't know. It's like my preference. I didn't like it. So the sauce is still going back here. Now the pepperoni. You know, my favorite just bought the ingredients this morning. You know, you could probably put what do you usually order on pizza other than meat? I don't like putting too much meat on because then it just becomes too heavy, you know, and it kind of drowns the cheese. You want to be able to taste the cheese too, and if it's all meat, it just this seems to be a good balance. You already cooked what? Oh, the sausage? You already cooked the sausage? Oh, wait, somebody asked, do you have to... yeah, I did. I did. I cooked the sausage. I cooked the sausage before, just to save time, because I knew I wouldn't be able to check on it. Like, I'm already neglecting that sauce. So, but I'm trying to... I'm asking Brian, not you. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. So this one... Since I'm still, that one's got 11 minutes left. So this one's pretty much ready. If you guys are good with the pepperoni coverage, it's pretty much ready for the sauce, but the sauce isn't ready. So what I usually do next, I put the sauce on, right? And then I just sprinkle grated Parmesan on the top. And then I put in the oven for the first 15 minutes for 475. In the last 15 at I think 400 if I'm right. I'll confirm that after I'm doing that. Let me just check on the sauce. Yeah, it's not ready. I probably should have started the sauce before. I thought it was important that I showed you how I prepped it, and then I need to add a little bit of oregano in it. So you got onion, green pepper. Yeah, that's you could put that on here too. Again, like the dough part's really really important. So what I do is I'll drizzle the sauce around here, you know, like go out, and as it cooks it'll flatten out. So I usually just put it just more in the center here, and then I sprinkle the cheese on it. Here, let me get some oregano real fast. Alright, so what else you got? So I have on the timer, 9 minutes, and then the pizza's done. I thought this would take me a little bit longer. So you got some questions? Can waste some time? Only 30 minutes? Yeah, 30 minutes. That's it. I think it's because the first 15 minutes at 475, and then the second is at I think 400 or 425. But you know, like I said, majority of the like prep time is in the dough, right? Making that dough like I did previous yesterday. And making that cornmeal, right? Grinding the cornmeal out, making the dough, and just waiting, letting it rise, you know, rolling it out, waiting. And then this is literally the easiest part, because you're just trying to tweak the ingredients so the pizza's good, right? So did you add any of the seasonings to the sauce? No, the only thing I added to this sauce was oregano, but the previous sauce I had, and this one has basil in it too. The previous one had like garlic, oregano, and I think basil already in it. So, I mean, I like the taste as is. If you want to add, at that point, if you want to add more, cool, right? That's why I think the sauce always has room for improvement. That's why I started experimenting more with the sauce now. No, I just don't want it to overpower, kind of the sauce overpower the rest of the pizza. I just want a good balance, right? So you're far greater than I am, my friend. Stressful living out there in Texas. Yeah, but I started going gray like I got no hair up here. See, all the hair is gone. I started going a lot more gray. I think after like 18 or in my early 20s, I was growing like all salt and pepper. Actually, this is starting to look good. Maybe we'll let this go a little bit more for 3 more minutes, and then we'll put the sauce on this pizza, and then by then, once we're done finishing the rest, then we can pull the other one out and you can see how it looks. It's gonna look awesome. It's so exciting too when you make these pizzas, because you can eat them, share them with your friends, and they're really good. And you don't have to go anywhere, and then you have a lot of leftovers too. And they're even better after you reheat them too in the oven. And I reheat them for like 15 minutes in the oven. So, yeah, it's very stressful living out here in Texas. What else? Oh my God! Now Paul here. Paul just joined, so he's gonna ruin everything. Are you losing your hair on top? I think I'm gonna start shaving it soon. So, Elazar, boom, boom. We are literally a couple minutes. We're 5 minutes till the pizza's done, and then I'm gonna start putting this sauce on this one. So I'm gonna stir it down again. All right, and then I'm gonna get a ladle. Let me wash off this ladle. It's filthy. Get a hot plate too. So it's not as watery. You could probably do a little bit more, but so you guys don't have to wait. Let's use this one as is, and then the next pizza I'll drill it down. See, this isn't as, I usually like a little bit thicker than this. But it'll evaporate some as well. The water will in the oven. this down. Oops. I did not want it to go over there. I think that's enough for this pizza. I'm gonna let this one keep going. I really want this one down. So this pizza will be my sacrificial lamb for the for you guys. Even I would have normally cooked it a little bit more. So I'll spread this out just a little bit. Then, last thing. And that green thing's the basil from the can. Doesn't hurt to leave that in. Think of it a little surprise. So this is ready to go in. So the other one I'll pull out in 3 minutes when it dings, and we'll switch. I'll put that pizza here for you guys to see, and I'll move this one in. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Oh my God! It looks really good. It looks really good. It looks really good. I'm gonna tilt up first. Okay. 3 more minutes. So what else? Yeah, this is definitely, it needs to be thicker. Two minutes. The anticipation is building. Do you freezer? I don't put them in the freezer, but some I've given to my neighbor. She has. I just put them in my refrigerator. But I usually give, like I said, I give a lot of it away to some friends and stuff. So. But even the ones that I keep, we eat it during. He's where is Baxter? I think he's outside. That's Lola. No, he's in his kennel. He's in his kennel. You hear the one that's barking is Lola. Yeah, we cook in there. Erica just made some barbacoa in that. Baxter's in his kennel because he's lazy. 1 more minute. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Yeah. This sauce here, I could tell it's a little too runny because you can kind of see it pooling on the side here. So, yeah. But I just want to show you how I just kind of pour it up there. So hopefully this one will still turn out okay. 1 minute. Good stuff. "30 seconds. There goes Baxter. Say hi, Baxter. Here, I'll show you Baxter. Where is he? I don't think he's... There he is. Say hi, Baxter. He's a dummy. Alright, let me get this back here. Let's get this back positioned where we want it. So when I pull the pizza out, there we go. Okay. No, he's not an angel. He's bad. So that is your finished product. So this, as it sits, that little bit that's kind of going on the top, it'll eventually like drain off, but it doesn't. It's still really hot right now, so it's still gonna cook for a little bit more, right? But these pans, you need to get these pans, or at least get these size pans, because they're good for making these pizzas. Let me start the next one. So, hopefully this was informing. How's it look? Does it look good? Oh, one thing you're gonna need too. You need. Can I find it? You'll need this tool, right, to be able to grab this, and then you can cut it. So I recommend you let it at least cool down for 5 minutes before you start cutting it. But that's ready to eat. So it is amazing. So yeah, I'll add these last ingredients on this video, right? And man, it's good. It smells so good. Oh my god, it smells so good. It really smells good, guys. So I'll let you look at it again. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hopefully I don't want to drop it. Oh, see? All right, I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. If I have bad luck, I'll probably drop it. Go. It's good shit. What's up, Kevin? All right. Well, I think that does it. So, like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, and all those other social medias I never post to. Except this is the only time I've done anything like this. So, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you give it a shot trying to make your own pizza out here, especially if you're in Texas, right? All right. Laters.